Hi everybody, it's Dee Dee. I just thought I would share one of the blessings I have called a washing machine. It's just a little mini washing machine, but it is so nice to have one that I can count on. Like today, we can't go out, we can't do anything. I may as well just wash clothes, right? So the first thing I need to do is turn this dial up so that all the water stays in and does not go out the drain hose down there. This is the washing area. See this little thing down here? This is a filter. I'll probably run another load through and then flip that thing inside out and empty it out. It just gets a little bit of lint in it once in a while. So I'm going to just show you how I do a load of clothes here. I try not to fill it up too high, but I can wash a good amount of clothes at a time. Not like a washing machine at a laundromat, but nonetheless, still a good amount of clothes. I'm going to show you this video in little bits and pieces so I don't have to film the whole boring thing. I'll pause it and I'll come back. So the next thing we're going to do is put a little bit of detergent in because of course you can't wash clothes without detergent, right? Don't need a whole lot, just a little. Not even as much as if you're washing in an industrial laundromat because it's just a tiny little tub, you know. So there we go. We dump in the detergent. Next thing I'm going to do is fill it with some water. So this is how I roll. I fill that pitcher right there, and then I stick this bowl on top of the pitcher, and I fill them both up. Up to the top we go. This will be kind of tricky, but I take one hand and just dump it on in there, dump the water in, and then I'm going to come over here and get the pitcher that was sitting on top of, and I'm going to dump it in. I'm going to do that about maybe 3 or 4 times till the washer's all filled up almost to the top. So I think these are going to be our last 2 dumps of water. And then I'll show you how I turn my machine on and get everything washing. Here we go. Don't want to lose a whole lot of that water, that's for sure. And the pitcher. Dump it on in there. Should be good. If not, you can always add more water afterwards. You can shut the lid. And you're going to take this little wash timer and twist it really hard till the little point is up to the 15. And as you can see, just like a washing machine, swish, swish, back and forth. First it goes one way, then it goes the other way. Mavi came in to watch what I'm doing. Let me just show you guys. It went from the 15 and it is now at 9. Now sometimes I'll let it go all the way through, but sometimes I don't really need to because they're nice and clean. Let's just see what's going on here. Looks like it's whipping around pretty good. So we're just going to let that go a little bit longer and maybe up to the 8, maybe 6, I mean, not 8, 6. And then I'll be back and I'll show you how exactly I drain it. And then we'll rinse. And we will run it through the dryer when we're all done. Time to drain. Twist this over to the side. Drain. This says soft. I don't know exactly what that means. Let me see what that means. Turn it to soft. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there. But we want it to drain, so we're going to turn it over to the side and let it drain. I'll be back. See it draining? I got my buckets all filled up and ready to go for the rinse time. I'll be back after the rinse. The draining has stopped. Now we take this dial and we put it right back up to the top again where it says standard. And we take our buckets and we begin dumping a few more things of water and we run it through a rinse cycle. So basically we're doing the same thing we just did with one exception, and that is the detergent. This is just clear, cold water to rinse. Sometimes I use cold, sometimes I use hot. Just depends whatever I decide to pull out of the tap here in the lovely trusty old tub. And now we're going to shut this and we're going to wind this back on up to another 15 minutes and I will be right back. Once again, you don't have to rinse, 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 because you know once you run it through the water a few cycles, it's going to be rinsed. So we're just going to come back up here and twist it right back to drain again. And there it is, draining out for us. Man, when this video's done, it's going to just clip from one thing to the other. If only life worked like that, huh? While those clothes are finishing draining, I'm just going to take some out and put them right in our trusty dryer spinner right here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the clothes. They're still pretty heavy because they're wet. That's okay. Get one that comes loose. My beautiful shirt. Don't want to overload our spinner either, so. And of course, being that everything's spun, and you can tell it did, because look, it's all wrapped up. You just want to kind of shake it a little to get it loose, and then plop it into the dryer bin here, the spinner dryer. And somewhere, I don't know what happened to it, up over here, there is a little gadget here. This little plastic thing fits right on top. It just kind of holds the clothes in while it's spinning. Sometimes it spins correctly right away. Sometimes you got to give it a little help. We're just going to turn our dial. This time it's going to cooperate and spin properly. If you open it, it automatically stops. So you want to keep the lid closed on the dryer. You can kind of see in there that it's spinning pretty fast. We're just going to let that spin out for the full cycle. Make sure everything is nice and spun dry. I love centrifugal force. And generally, I don't spin them the full cycle if I don't have to, because if I think they're spun out enough and there's no water coming out of our hose down there, it's okay to lift the lid, give them a check. Those are pretty dry already, so just take them out, put them into your basket or wherever you want to put them. I'm going to just set them over here, and then put your next load in. And that's how we do it. No casualties, I promise. Just going to flip these into here, into the spinner. A while ago, you might remember I got a washer similar to this, although it wasn't see-through, which I really liked this version of the washing machine. But it actually was the same exact brand. Probably made in China, I'm guessing. It was given to me by somebody on YouTube. We're spinning out. There's the water. Once that water stops spinning, that says that the clothes no longer have water in them, and it is safe to take them right out of the cycle of the dryer. We're just going to watch and see when that water stops. As soon as that water ends, then we know, okay, all dry. And then, of course, you hang them up to dry the rest of the way. But there won't be any dripping from these clothes. They're spun out pretty darn good. So as you see, the water has already run out from centrifugal force, which means the spinning that you see going on down there, just like those rides you get on and it spins you and you stick against the wall. Well, the clothes pretty much do the same thing. And as they're stuck against the wall, what happens is the water from inside the clothes, after you rinse them, because of course they're drenched after that, that'll come out through those holes and drip right out our little drain pipe there. So we're done. The hose is not emitting any more water. And we're going to just take our little insert out and take our clothes out. Put them over with the other ones. And then, of course, we hang them on the line to dry. I think I might have shown you my lines. I might not have. Here's just one pair of underwear. They're pretty wet. I'm going to just put them in. I'm going to show you how wet they are. You can squeeze water out of them. Now we're going to put them into the dryer. It won't take long for only one pair of underwear. Let's just let them... Yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, let's not do that then. It might not be a good idea to do it with just one pair. I don't know. We'll try one more time. Nope, do not do it with one pair. Lesson learned. That's the first time I ever did that. So we might have to just save those for the next rinse cycle and take care of them then. Anyway, that is how the washing machine works. I hope you enjoyed the demo. As always, Dee Dee here from Delusion Dispeller channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.